Let us go some centuries back to the time when Tenno, the first legendary emperor of Japan, with his horde, a horde means a large group, or in this case a large army of what? Of African blacks, black Africans, Negroes, conquered all the southern Mongols and then to Japan did embark, guys. In the previous video, I showed you guys that the samurai were descendants of Israelites who were under the rulership of a man named Tenno, guys. But I'm going to show you guys a book that I used in that previous video, and then I will show you guys a brand new information that pretty much confirms that, yeah, the samurai people were an African or Negro people, guys. Very, very powerful stuff. Alright, so this is the book that I used last time called The Epitome of the Ancient History of Japan, okay, published in 1878. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it. 1878, guys. Very old stuff, okay. Now, I read this portion of the book. Let me just show you real quick. I read this portion of the book that talks about the three distinct races that made up the Empire of Japan. Let me read it again real quick. It says, the Empire of Japan is peopled by three distinct races, guys. Yes, the Ainu race, the Aborigines of the northern region of Japan, a little race, he doesn't name them, he just calls them a little race, the Aborigines of the southern region of Japan, and then the important people we're talking about for this video as well, the Jewish race, guys, the descendants of the princes, the samurai, and the people of Tenno. Okay, very important group of people. I proved to you in that previous video that they were Negroes, guys. I'm going to show you some more in this video. We're going to use this book, guys, called The African Times and Orient Review. Very old book, published in 1912, guys, 2 years before World War I. Okay, so let's see what it says. We're going to page 152. Very important information right here. All right, guys, so here we are on page 152. Okay, there's a section of this book that says, if Kipling were a Negro. We're gonna read just the very top side right here of this page. Very important information about Tenno. Tenno, just in case you don't know, was the first emperor of Japan. It's not some guy you want to take for granted. Very important character, okay? Now look at what this says about Tenno and the people he brought to conquer Japan. Very powerful line right here. Alright, guys, so we're gonna read this section right here. Remember, we're on page 152. Powerful stuff. Look what it says. Let us go some centuries back to the time when Tenno, yes, that's him again, the first emperor of Japan, to the time when Tenno, with his horde of Africa's blacks, what did they do? Conquered all the southern Mongols and then to Japan did embark. Did you catch that information right there, guys? Okay, he's showing you who the people of Tenno were, guys, who the samurai, the Jewish race were. They called them in this book a horde of Afric black. Let's see what Africs, right here, this word Africs, because it looks familiar, doesn't it? It looks like another very important common word people use today. Let's see what Google says about the word Africs. The word Afric is primarily an adjective meaning African, okay? It can be used as a noun referring to a person from Africa, guys. Very important. So let's go back to that book, okay? So Africs is used to refer to a person from Africa. Obviously, it looks like the word Africa now. So let's read that again. Let us go some centuries back to the time when Tenno, the first legendary emperor of Japan, with his horde, a horde means a large group, or in this case a large army of what? Of African blacks, black Africans, Negroes, conquered all the southern Mongols and then to Japan did embark, guys. Yes, these are the guys that conquered the Mongols. These are the guys who conquered Japan. These are the samurai, the Jewish race. They were not a bunch of, modern day Asian people. No, they were black Africans. They were Negroes, guys. Very, very powerful information. These kind of things they don't teach you in school. They don't want you to know. They want you to think that black people, Negroes, they don't have any history. But you can clearly see when you read these kind of old books like this one from 1912 that that's not the case. Negroes, black people have a ton of history, guys, okay, that is being hidden from us, okay? Very powerful stuff, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video.